Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates on We Share Abundance and all associated programs. And I'm just looking out the window there because I'm just thinking it's Manchester weather we've got here at the moment. It's grey and drizzly. So that's what we have in Cornwall. It's a bit chilly too today. Okay. We should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And unfortunately, we only see comments usually from the Facebook group by going there directly. So if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you're very welcome, but I probably won't see any comments that you make and won't be able to answer your questions. But I will be heading over to the Facebook group in a moment, and I'll see comments there, and if there are any questions, then I'll do my best to answer them. Okay, so with that said, welcome, whichever platform you're on, whichever continent you're from, whichever country you're from, whatever your background is, whatever, whether you remember a guest, visitor, somebody who said, what's going on here, you know, and just pops their head in, you know, you're very, very welcome. We are a cloud nation. We accept people from all different countries. We are the United States of the world. And we have our own economy in the same way that every other nation does. And we have our ups and downs in the same way that every other nation does as well. So with that said, let's head over to Facebook. And when I get to Facebook, I'm going to look for We Share Abundance Publicly as a group. Facebook will do things. And when we get there, looks like it's going to be now. Oh, the screen's going, here we go. And we have May the 9th updates. And that's today, Monday, May the 9th. Okay. So let me just check and see. Oops, I've got my volume on. Let me turn that off. And then we come back. And Dave Jackson from London, UK, is top of the comments list saying greetings to all our members around the world. And then we've got Russ Cowley. He's got over his sadness from yesterday, and he's back on top form. So he's from Newcastle in the UK, and he's letting me know that I'm coming through loud and clear. And then we've got Richard Atkins from Devon, Scrumpyland. We've got Peter from Kettering, UK. We've got Morris from the Netherlands. And we are pretty much on time. Oh, my word, it's got to 4 minutes past already. I did start at the right time. I thought I'd been talking pretty quickly and it was only 2 minutes, but it's 4 minutes. But we'll give it a few more minutes to let other people have a chance of getting in. We've got Ned just arrived from USA somewhere, I think. Is it Texas? I struggle to remember everybody's location sometimes. So if I get it wrong, forgive me. Okay. It's been a good, productive day today. I was up bright and early as usual, but sometimes it doesn't work that way, does it? You know, you get started and things keep interrupting you and you just don't seem to get done what you intended to do. But today it's been pretty good. Fresno, California, Ned says, okay, I apologize. A lot of people are leaving California for Texas though, for political reasons. Okay, but California is a great state. I like California. I like a bit further south than Fresno though, where it's a bit warmer. I like it, Southern California. It's got a nice climate. And we got Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. And we're going to get started in a minute or two. It's 6 minutes past now. We'll give it just a little short while later. Avazu have a webinar or whatever they call them on today, but it's at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which would be 1 a.m. in the morning in the UK. It'll be 2 a.m. in the morning in most of Europe, and I'll be in bed. I'll be sleeping soundly. I'm usually up about 3. Okay, we'll give it just a slight little bit longer, and we will get going with a short prayer, a little bit of an affirmation about us being the United States of the world. And affirmations are really good. I've got this book that was recommended to me by one of our members who's not arrived yet, but he's usually late anyway. But he's usually here. And there's some really nice comments in it. You know, you read these books and there's a lot of information in them that you think, yeah, I know that, and I know that, and I know that, but it reinforces it all the time, doesn't it? It just keeps reinforcing the positivity within you, and that's the attitude you've got to have. You've got to have a positive attitude. You've got to drive forward all the time, because if you don't, you'll end up where you don't want to be. And nobody wants to be where they don't want to be. But sometimes the pain of being where you are is not as great as the pain that you think you would experience by making a change. It's never true. It's never true, but that's what people think, and it holds them back. There are lots of people that I've spoken to, you know, over many years. And one of the questions I ask people when we're talking is, you know, do you enjoy what you're doing? And if they say no, I say, don't do it. Oh, but I've got my bills to pay. I've got this. Don't matter. Get out of it. Do something that you enjoy doing. It'll all work out. Most of them don't take the advice, but the ones that do, make that change, and it's never as hard as you think it will be. And it's always much better than you thought it could ever be. Okay. So if you're not happy with what you're doing, do something else. Okay. We've got Andrew in from New Zealand, and we're going to get started now. So you can join me in prayer if you like, and if you don't like, just hang on for a minute. It'll only be a short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, that each member may find the joy of service. And through service, that each member may be blessed to find true happiness and everything they need. Amen. You know, have I got it here? No, I haven't. My little black book, it's in there. I was reading something that I wrote. I don't remember actually writing it. And it's very profound, and it's about happiness. And basically, in a nutshell, it says, true happiness will only be achieved through serving others. You may think you'll be happy if you get that new car and the big house and lots of vacations, and you'll get momentary pleasure from those things, but they won't be true, lasting happiness. You will only get that true, lasting happiness through service. And one of the great things about serving other people without the thought of reward is that it will bring you more rewards than you ever thought possible in many ways, not just financially. I mean, you'll get them financially, but in so many other ways as well. You'll live a much happier life. I was saying that we are the United Nations of the world, and we have the little affirmation that goes something along these lines. We are happy and grateful to be living in the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our community as it is in heaven, that we may all be freed from divisive inharmonies and become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, it's all about changing yourself. Attitude is everything. Jeff Keller, he'll be in later on, I'm sure, or if not, he'll be in tomorrow. The guy that recommended this, and if I spot him, I'll show him. And I have got through reading quite a bit of it, but there is in chapter 4, he calls it lesson 4, but it's chapter 4 really, and it's the start of the chapter, and the chapter is about make a commitment and you'll move mountains. And there's a quote from Alexander Graham Bell, and this is the quote: "What this power is, I cannot say. All I know is that it exists, and it becomes available only when a man is in that state of mind in which he knows exactly what he wants and is fully determined not to quit until he finds it." And I've not seen this quote ever before, but it is really powerful. But I can tell Alexander Graham Bell what that power is. You can call it by lots of different names. You can call it universal power, cosmic intelligence, whatever you want. I personally call that power God. And it works. It's there. And all you've got to do is learn how to use it. And it's all down to attitude and commitment, positive thought, but more than that. And we have on our website, WeShareAbundance.com, a link in one of the menus. There's 2 menus at the top. And I think the link is, let me have a look. I'll tell you what the link is definitely. I think it's manifestation or something like that. And the link is manifest, not manifestation, manifest. It's in the top link, and it's the 3rd from the left, although I started reading from the right because I went through the bottom one, right to left, and then the top one. But it is the 3rd, and it's manifest. And you will find in that link, let me get back to Facebook, you will find in that link the answer to having everything that you want in life. And I'm not just talking about money. Yeah, money's useful, it's a tool, but it's not really important. It is just a tool. It's like if you're building a house, you need a trowel for your mortar, and it's a lot easier with the trowel, but you could dollop it all on with your hands, couldn't you, or whatever, you know. It's just a tool. But you will find better relationships, happiness, deep joy, and everything that you need and want in life if you follow what is on that page. And it is manifest. It's the top menu on the website WeShareAbundance.com. And it directs you to a couple of other places. That's all. It's there to help you find that true joy, satisfaction in your life. Okay, and it will lead you to this quote: "What this power is, I cannot say. All I know is that it exists and becomes available only when a man is in that state of mind in which he knows exactly what he wants and is fully determined not to quit until he finds it. You know, that's commitment. It's not, you know, but some people think commitment is, I'll try this until. No. I'll do this until, I'll have a go at this, but no, commitment is whatever it takes, I will achieve or die in the process. That is what commitment is, okay? We got Michael Lockhart in, and he's saying, Metify Yielder's question, when I went to check out, then the total amount the system asking 22.55, not 12.55. No, it's asking for 12.55 and multiples of that. I don't believe there's any 22.55. Just 25.10 and things like that. If you double up, definitely there is 12.55. So I don't know where you've got 22.55 from, Michael. And we got Ramachandra in from India. He is a UK citizen, but he's been in India for a long time, and we're not letting him back. Okay. Oh, right. Where are we? Yeah. There was another affirmation which I used yesterday about beauty, but let's do another one quickly. This was a good one. This was written by Lana, who is one of our stalwarts in the support team. And she wrote, I'm so happy and grateful now that We Share Abundance has over 5 million positive supportive members. Our tokens are liquid and valuable, and the fact that we help charity with over $2 million a month fills our hearts with joy and love. That's a great one, isn't it? Lana, as I say, wrote this. I'm so happy and grateful now that We Share Abundance has over 5 million positive supportive members. Our tokens are liquid and valuable, and the fact that we help charity with over $2 million a month fills our hearts with joy and love. Okay. Right, what have we been up to? I'm not sure whether I've got, might have it now. Okay, Devion has been doing some changes for me on Cash Cow so that I can track things better. I don't know whether the messaging's been finished. I'll have to. I'll tell her I'm on live. I can't. There's some things she wanted me to check, but I can't. So Devion has been on that, also on the messaging. I'm not quite sure where she is with the messaging because I did want that Cash Cow thing doing. Because we have, I've not finished everything that I'm doing for Cash Cow, but we have got some campaigns up and running. They're mainly test campaigns. We'll start seeing, in fact, there are some. Let me have a look. We should be starting to see some traffic. Yeah, I think that there's some traffic coming in. I don't know. Oh no, did this. My rotator seems to be having a mind of its own. It keeps logging me out and saying that I should use HTTPS, and I always do. But so I can't show you that. But you'll probably find, if you're a Cash Cow member, you'll start seeing some sort of activity. It's testing at the moment. We are doing testing traffic. It's valid traffic. It's not rubbish traffic, but it's not the top traffic that we'll be putting through. But we want to test the systems and see if we're getting the right results. But you're there now. We've got Alan in from South Africa as well. Is there any news about automated KYC verification? Not yet, no. I'm hoping we'll be able to get onto it next week. We need to finish the messaging, and I need to get it sorted out contract-wise. Not easy to do. What we want and what they want are not that far apart, but there has to be compromises. And we'll compromise to an extent, but they've got to compromise as well. And if not, then we have to find a way. There is always a benefit that comes from things that don't go through as you wanted. I thought we'd got it all sorted out a couple of weeks back, but it didn't work out, and contractually. And I'm sure that there's a good reason for us not going with that organization, and that we will find a better solution. I've always found in life, no matter what it is that happens, it's always for the best. When you look back on things, you'll say, look, if that hadn't happened, this wouldn't have happened, and this was something wonderful. It may be a progression of things that lead to something, but as an example, when I was how old? Probably about 20, I would think. I decided I'd had enough of doing what I was doing, and that was legal accountancy. And I'd always thought about joining the Navy, and I thought, I'm going to do it. So in my lunch hour, I went down to the Naval Recruitment Office, ready to sign up and join the Navy. And they said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to be a navigation officer. They say, okay. And they went through all the details. And when I put my date of birth, I was one day over the age that they accepted. One day. If I'd have gone in the day before, I would have joined the Navy and gone through and become a navigation officer. And maybe, who knows what would have happened? I don't know. But it didn't happen. And so I was stuck in my job, but I was looking for a way out, and other things happened, and I eventually moved to Bermuda and worked there. I still didn't like what I was doing. I was making great money and things. But in the end, I said, no, I can't stand the corporate world. So I packed in my job there, and I went traveling around, bombing around, I think you could call it, North America through Central America. I was heading down to South America. But in Central America, I met a very wonderful young girl, and within 7 days we were married. And that would never have happened if I'd been born a day later than I was born. Okay, so there you go. Things always happen for the best when you look back on them. There's lots and lots of things, other things that involved in my life as well. I always look back on them and say, what a wonderful thing that was. Even though at the time it may have been a disappointment or an upset or a challenge or something that really knocked you back. You look back and you say, I'm so thankful that happened, because that is why I'm where I am now. Okay, where you are now is where you've put yourself, and where you will be tomorrow is where you decide you're going to be, and you commit to it. Okay, right. all about attitude. And it's not just because I reading this book, you know. I got this book because it was recommended by Norman. He's not here, Norman Firth. Because I was talking about attitude and he mentioned this book. So I thought I'd read it. Okay. So there we go. Who else have we got in? We've got Nankuma from India / USA, and we've got Prince from Nigeria. I think, can we still proceed with the Metify yield as payment and coin payments is kind of restricted here, and debit card isn't also processing. If they won't accept your debit cards and they won't accept, you can't pay with coin payments, you can put in a support ticket saying how much you want to pay and what your preferred method of payment would be, and we'll see if we can sort something out for you. Ideally, we could send you an address to pay with crypto, or you could transfer directly into our bank account. But transferring into a bank account, if you're only going to transfer $12, the fees are restrictive. So let them know how much you want to pay and what your preferred methods are, and we'll see what we can sort out for you. And then we've got Meenakshi from India, Vrindavan. Okay. Where am I up to? Where am I up to? Okay, so that is it on support, I think. I've just got another message from Devyani. She's continuing with the messages which we were doing. The messaging is going to take until Thursday, she reckons. She's hoping to complete it by Thursday. Since these are changes in display, it takes more time than functionality changes, which involves only coding and are faster. But there are improvements that we do need to the messaging system. You will love it once we get it put through, but it might take till Thursday. Okay. I've told you what I've been up to. I have got the cash cow people all started. I'm not finished developing things for the cash cow program, but we are up and running with it. But we are running test traffic at the moment. It's high volume, but it's not the best quality. I'm not saying it's bad quality. It's decent traffic, you know, but it's not what we will be going with moving forward. We had a question from somebody that's here, I think. I think I saw him. Yeah, Alan, yeah. Earlier in the day saying, will we be running co-op advertising? And yeah, we will be. But I've got to test it first. I wouldn't possibly feel good about getting people involved in cooperative advertising for promotions of things if we didn't have some idea of the response rate and things, so that you could make an educated decision on it. So that'll happen, because we are, as I say, we are in the process now of testing runs with the cash cow people. We'll be building the campaigns there, and we'll be evaluating the results, and we'll be using various different traffic sources. And when we find something that'll work well for a co-op, then we'll announce it and you'll be able to join in. Okay. That's it on the updates. The coin payments, I'm still totally puzzled by this. They are showing some numbers now for We Share Abundance, or We Share Abundance tokens, but they're crazy. I think I looked and it was $15 or something for a token. but they've only had $8 worth of sales, they say. But I've bought $20 worth myself and paid almost $300 for them. So it doesn't make sense at all. I'm not sure what it shows in the back office. I didn't get time to log into the back office and check. And for the Visa token, it was still showing 0. And that's not right either, because I also spent about $20 in Visa tokens, and they're not showing any trading volume at all, and no prices, so I don't know what's going on. But I can give you the fact that we've had, again, exactly the same as yesterday, 13 net increase in our registered members, and an increase of 9 in our active members to 6,096. And I can tell you, Multiply Visa, we did in fact have one new email verified member registered, which is the first time for a long time. But nobody knew about advertising. Despite that, just by logging in, we still got a revenue share of $1. So we've got $9,861.04 in the bonus pool. And we had a message from a member suggesting that we run a campaign in Multiply Visa for people that refer the most members, and that we use the bonus pool to reward people. We run it as a competition and so on. And it's a great idea, and it's one that we have thought about previously, but the timing isn't quite right at the moment. We want to get more stability in the tokens, and we want to get them up to $2 or $3 minimum before we start that push. And when we've got there, then we'll do that push, and we'll use that idea. It's a good idea. It's not particularly a new idea, but it's a reminder of an idea that we've been talked about, and people will be able to win substantial amounts from that bonus pool. The bonus pool is there because it's the admin account. Normally that would go in the owner's pocket, but we don't do that. Everything that comes in goes out to the members, and that's the same in Multiply Visa. It's the same in We Share Abundance. It's the same with the third-party programs that we get involved in, like Metify Yielders and COTPS, which we're not actually in Metify Yielders yet. We're waiting for the funds to come through. They have to be transferred into the bank from the debit and credit card payments, and then they have to be transferred out of the bank into cryptocurrency. And it's probably going to take until Thursday to get those funds together so that we can get involved in Metify Yielders. There is the other program, what's that called? TRX International or something like that. And that is, I sent a message about it yesterday. That one, it's free to register, but you must activate your account with 5 Tron. That's about 40 cents at the current value of Tron. I think they're about 8 cents per coin, token, whatever it is. So it's about 40 cents. You register with whatever it's called, TRX International, and they put 1,000 Tron into your mining account. And the more you have in that mining account, you earn 6% a day on that mining account. So it builds the value of your mining account. but you've got to put $5, not $5, 5 Tron, 40 cents worth of Tron in there to activate your mining. You can, of course, put in more, but you can only withdraw from that mining account 2.5% per day of the amount that you have personally deposited. Okay, so that you may think is not good. You know, why, you know, if we're earning 6% a day on it, why can we only get 2.5% of what we personally deposited? Well, it's to stabilize the program and make it work, and and it's planned for longevity. And the bottom line is you get that for life. So ignore putting in 40 cents. You can do that if you want. Ignore the 6%. Ignore everything I've just told you and listen to this. For every $10 you deposit in Tron, $10 worth of Tron, okay? I'm not saying how many tokens that is. It's what, 125 or something like that, isn't it? But $10 worth of Tron. For every $10 worth of Tron you put in, you can withdraw 25 cents a day forever. Now, at 25 cents a day, to get your $10 back, you're looking at 40 days. So over a 40-day period, if you put in $10 or any amount, actually, you can put in over 5 Tron. But let's think about it in terms of $10. After 40 days, you've got your $10 back because you've drawn 25 cents a day. And then you get 25 cents a day for the rest of your life. That is a good deal. I think it's a good deal. If you put in $100, then you're getting $2.50 a day. You put in $1,000, you're getting $25 a day. And no matter how much you put in, you know, $1,000, you're getting $25 a day. 40 days, you got your $1,000 back. 40 days to break even. And then everything after that 40 days is profit. Okay. There are referral bonuses. Those drawings that you get, by the way, come from that mining account that you're building up at 6% a day, and that's how they can pay you that forever, because they're mining and it keeps adding into that mining account. The referral bonuses you get if you sign somebody up, even if they don't activate their account by putting in 5 Tron, you get 30 Tron into your mining account. So it boosts the amount that you're making in your mining account, making it easier for them to pay you that 2.5% of your personal deposits a day for life. When somebody does activate their account, whether it's with 5 Tron or 50 Tron or 500 Tron or 1 million Tron, whatever it is, you get paid a commission on that of 10%, I think, 10%, yeah? So if somebody puts $1,000 in, you get $100 worth of Tron, and that goes into a different wallet, which is like our available cash wallet in We Share Abundance. It's one where you can draw that money out immediately, or you can use that money to deposit more into your mining account to increase your daily benefits. And what you want to do is just work out how much you want on a daily basis and keep adding into that account until you've hit that figure, whether it's $1 a day or $10 a day or $100 a day or $200 a day, whatever it is you want. Just keep building those deposits from referrals or from your own personal deposits from Tron that you've got from wherever you've got it from. Bought it with a debit card or a credit card or whatever, so that you have that stability of income every day, every day, every day, every day. But anything that you do get that's a commission for a deposit goes into that available cash wallet. They don't call it an available cash wallet. I've forgotten what they call it. And you can draw that out instantly. There's no restrictions on it. There's no percentages. If you've got $100 in there, you can draw $100 out. If you've got $1 in there, you can draw $1 out. It's up to you. So it's a very simple and good program. What was I going to mention about it? Oh yeah, that's right. The commissions are actually on a 3-tier basis. So you get paid 10% on your level 1. I think it's 7% on level 2 and 5% on level 3, but I may be wrong on that. But you get paid through 3 levels. So if you start introducing a few people, it's a bit of a no-brainer because they can sign up for free and you get those 30 Tron for everybody you sign up. They go into your mining account. They help you build more cash in your mining account so that you're not going to run out of cash in there by drawing your 2.5% of your personal deposits. And if and when they upgrade, which is a bit of a no-brainer, isn't it, for 40 cents, then you get commission, and you get commission paid through 3 levels. So it's a handy little program. It is now in the downline builder. So if you look in, downline builder is where you add your own programs into the multiple income streams. Multiple income streams is where you go to join the programs that you want to join and put your affiliate link in them as well. So get into your downline builder, sign up for that. It's on page 2 because I think there's 10 on a page, so we've got more than 10. Have a look at them all, and join the ones that you want to. And I've got some questions here which I'll answer in a second. But go through and join from there. And first of all, we've got Michael saying, Mr. G, so is the 12.55 a one-time payment in Metafy Yielders? You can't pay 12.55 to Metafy Yielders. You can join our pool, our community pool, our investment club, for $12 plus 55 in fees. So you get a $12 position, if you like, in our investment club, and you can do whatever you want in multiples of $12. And some people, and it's one time. It's not a recurring thing. You can make it recurring if you want. It just adds to the funds that you've got in there that you earn money on from the programs that we get involved in and the receipts that we get back from them. Okay, Michael? We got Leon. In TRX, the referral code did not work earlier. Inviter does not exist. I don't know who your sponsor is, but they may have put in the wrong code. Somebody upline from you has probably put in something that is incorrect. If you put in a support ticket, you're one of our support team, aren't you? But if you do put in a support ticket, it'll get referred to me probably, and we can sort it out. But in the message in your inbox that we sent out about TRX International, the code in there, it works because it is my code. When I say my code, it is our code. It is the administration for that. Everything that we get in from that goes to benefit members of We Share Abundance. Let me log in. Where is it? Bear with me a second, because I think I'll have to log in. Yeah, I do. It keeps logging me out, which is security thing. So just a minute. And I'll get you a code. Sign in. Success. Share. Okay, copy link. Now let me get back to Facebook. That is the where are we? Yeah, that is a link, and it should work. Okay. Ned Mal says it's the Tron program I'm talking about. The Tron program, you put in whatever you want. You can put in 40 cents if you join in the Tron program. You don't have to put in $20 or $12 or anything. It's up to you. Just put in, as long as it's over, or as long as it's 5 Tron or more, you can put in whatever you want. Leon says, from your announcement. Well, that's the code in my announcement. I'm sure it is, and it works because we've got a lot of people joining. I'm not sure where the announcement is, but there you go. Dave Jackson says, are payments now closed for the Metafy yielders in the investment club, Graham? You can join the investment club at any time you want. And when we make our payment, everybody that is in the club at the time of that payment will be in with a share of, as I went through this in quite a lot of detail yesterday, we will be putting in at least $10,000 into Metafy yielders. But we may have by Thursday over $10,000 available. Depends on how much comes in coin payments. So we'll be putting. I've got $10,000 was transferred, which was based on what we had whenever I instigated the transfer, Friday, I think it was. Okay. But from that point on, we've got more people that have come in, and let's suppose we've got like $15,000 worth of funds in the investment club. It will mean that everybody would then get a 2/3 share in the investment that we make and the payout that we make. Okay. Prince says, can we still proceed with the payment on Metafy yielders? You can join Metafy yielders with your own payment if you want, but you'd have to put in $2,500 to get the same return that you'll get by joining the investment club. And I've just covered that, I hope, satisfactorily in answering Dave. So yeah, you can join the investment club at any time, and you will be included in any investments that we make at the time that you are a member. And we will probably be making the investment into Metafire Yielders, I'm hoping by Thursday. That is when I've been told the transfers and everything will come through. Just keeping our fingers crossed, okay? So that's it. It's the investment club is there to take some of the risk element out of risky programs. They're all risky, but they all have different levels of risk, of course. We don't mitigate the actual risk. We can't say that, okay, because we're in this together, the program's going to last 6 months or 3 years or 5 years or anything like that. We don't know. We can't change that. It could be here today and gone tomorrow. We can't change that. But what we do is we get you the best returns for an amount you can afford to lose. Okay? You couldn't get involved in Metafire Yielders for $12. And if you were to up that to $100, the returns you would get would only be 1%. When we come in on Thursday, if you've got a $12 investment with us, you might get $8 of that invested instead of the 12. It depends on how much total funds we have. But you'll be getting 4.2% per day instead of 1% a day, which you couldn't get with $12 anyway. So that's why we're in this. You know, you can say, okay, I wouldn't want to risk $100, but I'm happy to risk $12 for the benefits that I can get, or $25 or $50, whatever it is. I wouldn't really want to risk $2.5 grand to get 3%, and I certainly wouldn't want to risk 10 grand to get 4.2%. But we can get 4.2% for all our members because we've pulled it together, no matter whether it's a $12 investment or a $1,000 investment or whatever. Everybody gets the same rate of return. So that's the principle behind the investment club. We mitigate the risk to you personally in terms of what you're putting in and the potential gains. We can't do anything about making the program less risky. It just means that your risk is within your comfort level. Okay, that's the position with it. The same with COTPS, really. There is risk there, of course there is. It's still churning away. It's doing all right. It's been going for a couple of years, but it still could disappear tomorrow. We don't know. We can't forecast the future. But with COTPS, you can get involved for $9, and you can put $9 in with the potential of turning that into $400,000 if you just sit and leave it for 12 months and let the free code we give you, do all the logging in and stuff for you. Now, is that a risk? Yeah, of course it is. You could lose $9. You could decide to pull the $9 out once you've doubled it up to $18, or you could decide to pull it out when you've got $30, whatever, you know, and then you're home free, aren't you? Whatever you get is a bonus. You can say, okay, I got my money back anyway. You could work on that basis, and that's a good basis to work on. And then don't be upset if it disappears, because it's cost you nothing at that point. Okay, so that is that. Once again, you know, the program, does it have a risk? Yeah, every program has a risk. I talked about putting money in the bank isn't just a risk, it's a certain loss. You put in $100 into your bank account today, even if they're going to pay you interest on it, which quite often you won't get, but even if you get interest, it's going to be 2%, 3%, maybe if you're lucky. And that interest is not enough to compensate for the inflationary loss. So your $100 at the 1st of January 2022, when you come to pull it out in 2023, 1st of January, and you'll find that it won't buy the same as it would have bought a year previously, even with any interest that you've got on it. So that is a known risk. It's there. It's an actual factual. It's more than a risk. It's a certainty that you're going to lose some of your money by putting it in a bank. With the programs that we're looking at in our investment club, the potential gain is very high, but the risk is proportionately higher as well. So make sure that you're only using money that you can say, okay, if I lose it, I lose it, but it's worth it. It's like putting your money in a slot machine, I suppose, in Las Vegas. You might say, okay, I'm going to have fun playing this, and and if I hit the jackpot, great. And if I don't, well, okay, I've lost my $10 or whatever you're prepared to stick in the slot machine. It's the same sort of thing, okay? But we can make that available to you at an affordable level with greater possible returns through our investment club. Okay. I sent you a screenshot in Team 2. Okay, well, I don't get in there very often, but I'll have a look at it, Leon. Michael Lockhart, Mr. G, the form is asking for a TXID in Metify Yielders. So where do I get the TXID? You get it from the wallet that you used to send the money from, whatever wallet that is. When you send money from any exchange or wallet, they will have that TXID there. And if you don't know where to look for it, I mean, it differs with every wallet. I don't know where it'll be, but if you can't find it, get onto the support for that wallet. They will provide you with where to look for your TXID. I mean, I use Atomic Wallet, and I don't even know where it is there actually. I should do. If you go to history, yeah, if you go to Atomic Wallet, it's in history. You'll see all your trading things there, and it's got a little green arrow at the right, and you'll get your TXID in there. Sometimes it's called a hash code by different wallets, but that's it. It's the proof of payment on the blockchain, and every transaction has a transaction ID, but it'll show in different ways in different wallets. You'll have to get onto the wallet that you're with. Leon says, new topic, COTPS. Is there any concern that the company is restricting the use of the script? Somebody posted something about it, but I've not seen anything. I have no idea. The script is working now. If they do stop the script working for some reason, well, okay, you just have to set your alarm again. But the script is working currently. Somebody posted in our Facebook group for the investment club that the script was going to be stopped, but I'm not sure how they would do it, and I've not seen anything about it. I did have a look They said it was on the official website, but I had a look at the website. I couldn't see anything about it. And I've talked to one of our upline. He's way up. He don't get anything out of our money, but he's a lovely guy. He lives in Colombia, Medellin, but he's from the United States. He's an ex-serviceman, lovely guy, and he doesn't know anything about scripts being stopped or anything. No, so not that I'm aware of. But if they do, they do. It just means you've got to set your alarm and do it manually. Michael Lockhart, Mr. G, I'm paying by credit card. You can't pay by credit card to TRX International. So I don't understand what you're talking about. If you're paying into our investment club, you can pay by credit card. You will get an order number when you make your payment. Put your order number in there on the form. Okay. You will get an email with the order number, and you'll also get the order number when you make your payment in the website. Put the order number in the form that you submit. We can't accept your payment without you complete that form. Okay. Any more? Let's see if we do get any comments in. Doesn't look like it. No, we're getting all Facebook users. Well, there is somebody here from somewhere though. What code for COTPS? There's a link in the Facebook group for the investment club, Andrew, that you can get the code. All the rest are Facebook users. Yeah, all the rest are Facebook users. So that's that one. Back here. Okay, no more questions here. So hopefully I've made it clear enough. I will try and make the time to get a message out tomorrow. About some of the things that have been raised here, about the code for COTPS, about what else? About this TRX international site, and also about what else? Whatever else I've been, whether you can still get involved in the investment club. You can get involved in the investment club at any time you want, unless we close the club, which I've no intention of doing at this moment in time, but you never know what the future holds. The only thing that is certain in life, as far as I'm concerned, is that We Share Abundance will be here for generations. We are building it that way. It is designed that way. It will deliver everything that we've promised. I just can't tell you when. The more people put in a little bit of effort, the faster we'll get there. At the moment, we're not in a sailing boat, heading for our destination. We're in one of those big Roman galleys, where they whipped the slaves and they all had to row. But we're not whipping anybody, and most people are just sat there leaning on their oars, leaving it to one or two to get the rowing done. If we all pull together, we'll get there much faster. If we don't, we'll get there anyway, but you just have to have more patience. Okay? So that pretty much covers it for today. And have we got anything that's coming down at the bottom here? Andrew Stewart says WhatsApp. What about WhatsApp? I don't use WhatsApp. Okay. I detest all social media. I've got to tell you, I dislike Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, all of them. I only spend the time I have to in any of them to communicate with people or to post a quick advert or something. I certainly don't have the time to mess around with them, and I don't want any more of them than I have to have. Unfortunately, I have to have a few of them at the moment. The more I can get rid of them, the faster, the better it'll be. We will at some stage have our own social media site. When we do that, I'll get out of them all. Okay. God bless you all. And this lovely day, even though it's Manchester weather, has flown away, drizzly and grey. The time has come to part. Auf Wiedersehen, auf Wiedersehen. We'll meet again tomorrow, same time, same place, live with all the updates. Auf Wiedersehen.